America loves persecuting innocent people. They love bothering people that are minding their business on the streets and come up and tell them they're going to call the police over a bunch of nothing. But they have a long track record of punishing and killing and jailing innocent people. Well, that's coming at a very high price tag now. US taxpayers spent almost $1 billion incarcerating innocent Black people. So I guess they don't mind spending their money on that. You don't even spend that kind of money on welfare, but you complain about that more. But this you're okay with, right? Okay, lie IQ. This lie IQ system is costing $1 billion a year. When these people are finally released and they have to now compensate them. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past few weeks, Rodney Reed case ignited a firestorm of interest as celebrities, activists, and politicians worked to delay his November 20th execution based on the fact that he is innocent. But he's one of many. There's been many Black people on death row and have been executed. Again, they are fine with this, ladies and gentlemen. They're absolutely fine with this in America, because if America was not fine with jailing innocent people, it would not be happening. It is happening because they don't care. They don't care if cops are shooting unarmed Black people out here. They don't care if they're jailing you when you're innocent. The society is ran this way, and they are content. You got politicians that have been in office for decades watching this happen, and they have not lifted a finger, Black or white. After facing mounting pressure, a Texas appeals court granted Reed a stay of execution, allowing him to fight allegations that he committed murder more than 2 decades ago. If he succeeds, Reed would be another of the thousands of Black men in the United States has paid hundreds of millions to incarcerate, according to the National Registry of Exoneration. Since 1989, 2,515 men and women have been exonerated after proving their innocence. And, ladies and gentlemen, they are purposely letting you stay in jail for decades before your innocence is revealed. And it's all about money is the reason why it's being done that way. They get a lot of prison labor out of you for the next 2, 3, 4 decades. So no matter how you look at it, they don't lose. You do. In total, among all known exonerees, Americans have shelled out a staggering $4.12 billion to incarcerate innocent men and women since 1989, according to a Yahoo Finance analysis. The fact that you have jailed and killed innocent Black people in this country, based on that, we deserve reparations. That's largely money spent on trials and the cost of housing inmates in prison, according to the Bureau of Prisons. In a fiscal year 2017, the average cost to house a prisoner is over $36,000 a year in federal facilities. But Black men make up the majority of those wrongfully convicted, approximately 49%. That is outrageous. When you are jailing innocent people in double digits, that's outrageous. Since 1989, taxpayers have shelled out $944 million to incarcerate Black men and women that were later found innocent. That number climbs to 1.2 billion when including Hispanic men and women. In 2019 alone, American taxpayers shelled out nearly 79 million for a combined 105 people who were exonerated this year. And ladies and gentlemen, they're jailing our people and paying out all of these settlements for shooting unarmed Black people. We're paying for that. Our taxpayer money in the Black community is also paying for these things. Never forget that. On average, from a time a person enters the criminal justice system until they are exonerated, 1.26 million is spent per inmate who is facing the death penalty. In cases where there is no capital punishment charge, the cost drops to $740,000. With 123 exonerated inmates previously on death row, roughly $155 million was spent to incarcerate them. An additional $1.7 billion was spent to incarcerate the remaining 2,392 people that weren't facing the death sentence. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so the total of what they are shelling out is just under $2 billion to imprison innocent people in America. America got so many damn black eyes, it's not even funny. I mean, and these people run around here acting like, oh, well, this is the greatest place to live. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Basically, every stage of the process is more expensive in a capital case. And you know what? This also makes you stupid. Look at how much money is being shelled out in the criminal system that you got set up, because this is a criminal system. There's no justice in it at all. It's a criminal system that's being ran in this country. And look at how much money the low IQ people are spending just in general on this whole thing. Wrongful convictions at a glance. U.S. prison population. And, and by the way, the U.S. Census is going to count prisoners in the 2020 census. And that's something they didn't do before. 2.5 million prison population. Death row, 2,703. Number of exonerees, 2,515. But ladies and gentlemen, that is kind of a misinformation right there in that number. And let me explain why. 2,515 have been exonerated from cases they already resolved. There are many more sitting in these prisons that are innocent and they have not even gotten around to their cases yet. So that number is not concrete at all. Number of African American exonerees, 1,230. Again, that is not really a clear number right there. They have not gotten around to a lot of people whose cases did not come up, and they've been sitting there for years trying to prove their innocence. Years lost by exonerees, 22,315 years. That is outrageous. But these folks are sitting in your face talking about respect their system, let the system work. Where in your system where everything works? Point it out, because we sure can't find it. Where is it working? Years lost by Black exonerees, 12,796 years. That is ridiculous. Average time spent in jail in America before release, 8 years and 10 months. Average time spent by Black inmates, 10 years, 5 months. These numbers are shameful. Cost of trials. Death row cases, $1.26 million. Non-death row cases, $740,000. Average cost of housing, federal, $36,299.25 per year. So that's just federal level. They're not even telling you the state level. These numbers are outrageous. These low IQ people need to be kicked out of the world at this point. Seriously, you need to be kicked out of the entire planet. And Stubbs say there are the additional costs of confinement. Death row is extraordinarily expensive to maintain. Single cells, all the security provisions they put into draconian isolation are all very expensive, she said. Compensating the innocent. The total sum, $4.12 billion spent on all known exonerees. That is outrageous. You spend more on that than you do welfare. And you complain about welfare? You're spending more money on this, you low IQ idiots. Also includes $2.2 billion that taxpayers have paid the innocent in compensation since 1989 for the time they were in prison, according to a 2018 NRE study written by George Washington law professor Jeffrey Gutman. But while a large sum, only 44% of exonerees have ever received compensation. So these folks are winning cases, and many of them have not even been paid restitution. So they're still out here struggling, y'all. Of those who did get some form of restitution, the money covered just over 60% of the years lost by exoneree, which is a joke. They should have every year compensated, not 60%. You see, always trying to come out cheap. Gutman says the number for both state and civil compensation has gone up since 2.47 billion. So it's up to 2.47 billion from 2.2 billion. But he says the number is not representative of all those that are known exonerees. The real reason it isn't higher than that is because there are some who don't seek compensation at all. Well, they all should come out and seek it. All of them. If you've been in there unjustly and they worked you the whole time you were in there and you shouldn't have been there at all, no, you don't hesitate to sue. You don't walk away and say, oh, I'm not going to do nothing. No, you do something about it. And those who seek it and are denied, he said, yes, of course, they will do anything so that they don't have to pay people for all of the wrongdoing that has gone on in this society, just like reparations. They jail these innocent people and then don't want to pay nothing. Bitch and moan that they got to pay something. It's your criminal system that you set up that has cost you. You shouldn't be mad at people for seeking compensation for being wrongly jailed. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.